Well, went to use the old Sienna today and misfire is going on. Got a code for a coil problem for coil E. And I'm like, well, what the hell is coil E? So I look online and apparently it's the one back there. Under there. All the way back there. Not one of these ones, of course. So I guess we'll go on the journey of figuring out how the hell to get back there without taking the intake manifold off. Is it possible? I have no idea. But we'll start with the wiper cowl and tray and go from there. Wiper arms off, top big piece off, harness unclipped. Check that out. Must be for the heated windscreen. Interesting that it's mounted externally like that. That's kind of cool. We'll take the wiper transmission out next. 3 bolts for this guy. Wiper transmission. There we go. Now, let's see. I'm going to take the 2 bolts off the strut here. And then a bunch of bolts. Let's see, is there anything up there? Doesn't look like it. Okay. There, over there. And then these 2 on the strut again. It's interesting. It's almost like it uses this as a strut brace as well. That's kind of cool. Alright, let's pull this guy with the Earthquake XT. Alright, the wiper cowl is off. So the intake manifold is definitely in the way to access things from up top. Right in there. But maybe, see if I can find the parts way down in there somewhere. See one coil. So it's the one that's all the way on the right. So maybe if we take the airbox assembly off and maybe the throttle body from the intake manifold, which you have to pull to get to the intake manifold anyway. You have to pull the throttle body off to take this off anyway. You might be able to sneak in there. See if I can feel it. Try to look from this side. Oops. I hate this kind of stuff where there's no room. Well, you can see it right there. I think that's it. Alright, let's see what we can find out. There's the airbox and the air intake tube. Getting some room into here. Still not sure where that coil is. It's back there somewhere. Guess we'll take the throttle body off and move it out of the way next. Well, throttle body's off. I was able to unplug the coil. I could feel where the bolt is, but I think this is just slightly over the top of it, like it's just covering the edge. So, unfortunately, I think we are going to have to pull the manifold off, even though I didn't want to, but that's okay. Learning experience. It looks like there's a bunch of bolts here, which you can see. There's a bolt on this side on the back, which is not fun to get to, and there's one on this side on the back, which is a little bit easier to access. It's right there where my finger is. And then this should come off without too much of a fight. I already unhooked all the vacuum lines that I could see to it. Should be this big guy here, which goes here. This guy goes here. This one into the air tube. And there's one back yonder. That goes into the manifold and runs to the brake booster. Ah, fuck. Alright, and upper intake is off. There she is. I was getting a little nervous there. These bolts are not in the best of focus. Fuck. They're not in the best of shape, so we're replacing those too, because it almost was a disaster. Now that that's off though, now we can see all the rear coils with ease. So this van had a tune-up done pretty recently, but they didn't replace the coils, which makes sense. I mean, why would you replace them for no reason? Although, you know what? These might actually be replaced, because they're gray. That one's gray. Can't see behind that. That one's gray. And look, this one is the only one here that is black. So I almost wonder if that's the only original coil left and it finally bit the dust. Let's pull it off and check it out. Alright, so I used the multimeter real quick. I couldn't find any readings fast on my cell phone because it's a piece of shit. So what I did is I checked readings from this coil compared to this one. This one's good. This one is not. The readings are very different. So I think, and this is an OEM coil, and all these ones are as well. It's just the color was tricking me. So I think the best point of action at this point is I'm going to order 3 coils for the back. Since those 2 are most likely still good, I'll keep them as spares for the front because those are really easy to access. The back, not so much. So we'll get some new coils on the back, and now I have to go order parts and wait forever. I'm also going to order the O-rings for this, since I don't think when the dealer did the plugs on the van, I don't think they changed them. So we'll get new O-rings for the manifold and for the throttle body as well, and pick this up in about a week or whenever the parts show up. So that's it for the moment. Thanks for watching, and I can't be too mad. 200,000 miles is a long time for this kind of crap to last. So see you next time.